What happened when my neighbors refused to stop blasting music every night and I decided to fight back with their own noise? Everyone dreams of a quiet neighborhood. Mine used to be exactly that until the Millers moved in next door. From the very first weekend, peace was a memory. Their idea of fun, all-night parties, music blasting so loud my walls shook, car alarms going off at 3 a.m., and drunk guests stumbling across my lawn. What started as annoyance quickly turned into pure exhaustion. I had work at 7 a.m. every day, and no amount of earplugs or white noise machines could drown out the chaos. At first, I tried being polite. I walked over one Sunday morning, bleary-eyed from no sleep, and said, "Hey, could you maybe keep it down after midnight? Some of us have early mornings." Mr. Miller laughed in my face. "It's the weekend, lighten up. Don't be that neighbor." His wife chimed in, "Yeah, everyone's having fun except you." They shut the door before I could reply. My stomach turned. That was the moment I knew they wouldn't change. I called the landlord. He shrugged and said, "Noise complaints aren't really enforceable unless it's extreme." I called the police after one especially bad night when a drunk guest puked on my driveway at 2 a.m. The cops knocked once, warned them, and left. Within 30 minutes, the music was louder than before, like a victory lap. The Millers knew no one could touch them, and they rubbed it in. "Better get used to it," Mr. Miller shouted over the fence one afternoon. "We're just getting started." For months, I dragged myself through work half asleep, nerves shot, resentment boiling. But one night at 4 a.m., when their guests were screaming karaoke in the backyard, something inside me snapped. If no one else would stop them, I would. But I wasn't going to fight them with shouting or complaints. I was going to fight smart. The next week, I bought a high-quality microphone and started recording. Every scream, every bass thump, every slurred argument was captured with crystal clarity. Then I went a step further. I logged each night in a spreadsheet, dates, times, decibel levels, even photos of beer cans tossed into my yard. After a month, I had a file thicker than a college thesis. Evidence, undeniable and irrefutable. With my arsenal ready, I sent copies to the landlord, the police department, and the homeowners association all at once. Within days, things shifted. The HOA called an emergency meeting. The Millers showed up, smug as always, until I plugged in my laptop. I played clips of their 3 a.m. screaming matches, projected photos of trashed lawns and beer bottles, and handed out a printed log showing 43 separate disturbances. The room went silent, except for the Millers' red-faced stammering. Their smugness evaporated in real time. The HOA fined them thousands. The landlord threatened eviction. The police, with documented evidence, warned them another call would lead to charges. Suddenly, the Millers weren't so loud anymore. In fact, the next weekend was eerily quiet. No cars, no music, no guests, just the soft hum of crickets, the sweetest sound I'd heard in months. But karma wasn't done. A few weeks later, word got around the neighborhood. Parents stopped letting their kids visit, friends stopped showing up, even family seemed to vanish. The Millers, once the self-proclaimed life of the block, were now avoided like the plague. Mr. Miller tried to bark at me one morning while taking out the trash. "Happy now?" I smiled. "Very." He looked away, defeated. Now, months later, peace has returned. I sleep through the night. My yard is clean. The only sound from next door is the occasional lawnmower. And every time I hear silence at midnight, I remember the night I decided to stop being the victim and start being smart. Because revenge doesn't always mean yelling louder, it means letting the truth speak for itself at full volume. The Millers wanted to be the loudest people on the block. In the end, their own noise destroyed them, and I finally got my peace back.